Hi guys, and welcome back to Star Control 2, and in this episode we're going to be looking to try and get in contact with our Yehat rebellious allies rather than the royalist guys who try and kill us a ton. This is going to be a bit of a short video because I haven't got anything recorded yet after this point, so I need to make a video of what I had left, so it was going to be the Yehat one way or another, and they do have some quite interesting things to say. You'll also notice I have 4 blank spots in my fleet at the moment. That is there for a very good reason, as you will see coming up. And after this, I think that I am probably going to move on to the Cyrene and Mycon area of the game, but enjoy for now.
Welcome to you, human friend and ally. The revolution has begun and clans flock to our cause. We have claimed the royalist traitors from 5 systems, and even the Veep Creep clan is joining with us against the false queen. We are honoured to help you, Captain. We shall attach 4 Terminators to your fleet immediately. Of course. What knowledge do you seek? As we abandoned the ship 60 to the oncoming Ur-Quan armada, we watched the situation on our sterile displays of our long-range sensors. Suddenly the screens flared and went black, burned out. We ran to the windows just in time to see the Shofixti's sun burning with incredible light, many orders of magnitude greater than its normal brilliance. 1,000,000 tongues of fusion fire spread through the star system, devastating the inner system's planets, but incinerating all the Ur-Quan vessels. In that moment, the hierarchy's war fleet was reduced by almost 30%. We later remembered that not too many years before the appearance of the Ur-Quan, the Shofixti had told us that they had found something. With the pride of a hatchling's first flight, they unveiled their find. It was about the size of a surface transport, but cylindrical and entirely black. Across its surface were 1,000,000 characters scrawled in an alien script. The message was clear. Danger. Do not touch. We trusted the Shofixti to respect the warning and left the device in their possession. At the end, when the Ur-Quan were approaching their planet, the Shofixti must have realized that they could not win, but at least they could ensure that both sides would lose. They detonated the device in the outer layer of their sun. The sudden removal of a section of the sun's surface layers allowed the pressurized plasma from the interior to burst out like a miniature supernova. The false royals, you should say, Captain. To understand our relationship with the Veep queens, you must first learn a bit of our history. In the ancient past, we Yehat were little more than a collection of warring clans. That history is bloody, Captain. Hideous. We were barbarous then, aye, murderers all. Many great warlords rose from the hills and forests of our verdant homeworld to unite the clans to become king of all Yehat clans. Each one failed. It was no male who finally won the great prize, the high perch of Ker Zeep Reap. No, Captain, it was a female. A wise and powerful queen, the first of the Veep Neep dynasty. In exchange for the clan's fealty, she gave a simple, compelling promise. She guaranteed that, united under her wing, the clans would never suffer defeat, and she kept her promise. At long last, there was peace on our world. Her line kept true to this promise for over 20 centuries, shooting ruffled feathers, dispensing justice, stamping out foment. But then came the present queen, a true harridan. Under her rule, the power of the starship clans was transferred to the sycophantic homeworld dandies, to warlords who hadn't seen true combat. We, the beak and claw of the Yehat Empire, were powerless to influence her decisions. When the queen showed the true colours of her plumage and allied with the evil Ur-Quan worms, we realised that she would do anything to maintain the illusion of upholding her ancestors' promise, even if it meant destroying our honour, everything that we stand for in the exchange. No, we, the true Yehat clans, seek to pull the false queen from the high perch. Perhaps we will find a new queen someday who will bring together the clans once more. Or, sadly, I fear we may never replace the Veep-Neeps queens, and we shall fight clan against clan until only the bloody feathers remain. The grotesque monsters, they are an effete and bigoted race, unworthy prey with one exception. General Zex. He commanded the entire Vux fleet during the Great War, and even by our high standards of battle skill, he is a genius. The brilliant tactics of Fortress Square and the dynamic triangle are his creations. Without Zex, the Vux would have fallen to our alliance fleets in weeks, but Zex always found a way to turn his own weakness into an advantage. After the war, we learned that the Primate and the Vux High Council decided to move Zex out of the picture and sent him off to luxurious retirement at Alpha Serenkov 1. We have heard that he spends his time pursuing his hobby, though we do not know what more than that. I will describe these events, Captain. They make for a tale wrought with sadness and heroism and betrayal. After the Chen Jesu, Mernenhorn, and your species were defeated, we prepared a defense in the Shofixti home star, Delta Gorno. Aside our Shofixti, our adopted children, we awaited the onslaught of the Ur-Quan Battleship. We waited with eagerness, with the hot anticipation of battle. But then, we received an unbelievable message from our queen. Retreat! We could not believe it. Tactical withdrawal, yes, but to pull back the entire fleet. There was no mistake, no garbled orders. We obeyed. Oh, Captain, the eyes of the Shofixti, their bright and valiant eyes as we moved away. Without us, they had no hope of forming a tactical wedge. They would barely slow the hierarchy fleet. When the Ur-Quan came, the Shofixti fought as immortal heroes, darting in and out of the dreadnought formations, and then suddenly blazing like dying stars. But in only a few hours, the Shofixti fleet was gone, and the dreadnoughts moved towards the homeworld. If I were you, brave human, I'd probably be seeking the focus of the Ur-Quan's power and do whatever is necessary to destroy it. We may have a hint as to just what that weak spot is. When we were being hierarchy battle slaves, we learned that the Ur-Quan were possessing some kind of super weapon. A huge battleship they called Sa-Matra, with the firepower to destroy an entire star fleet. For some reason, the Ur-Quan were reluctant to use the vessel. It wasn't until their armada was finally held back at the Corwood front that they brought the Sa-Matra's power to bear on the Alliance. Captain, here's my advice. You can be destroying dreadnoughts until the briefs come home, but you're never going to defeat the Ur-Quan hierarchy until you eliminate their Sa-Matra. If you need to know anything more, just ask. Goodbye, human comrade. Fight well.
Awesome. See you next time, guys.